Well, Paul, I guess you picked the wrong team, my friend. It's going to smack you around now. Paul George is a losing player. He just is. And everywhere he goes, he finds a way to make more mistake after more mistake after more mistakes.
We're Eskimo brothers.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what they're going to do. The 76ers are falling apart like we've seen. Joel Embiid was that they had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and Noel's. Remember that?
Nerlens Noel.
Nerlens Noel.
Knicks legend.
They had all these first round early talents. They have Jahlil Okafor. Remember him? They drafted. They had all these guys that they brought in, and all of them have not worked. It's just absolutely sad right now watching this organization just completely bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. I don't know. I don't know. And Joel Embiid coming out and blaming the Olympics. Come on, dude. Stop. Stop making excuses, dude. You've been bitching and moaning since you come into the league. You were bitching and moaning 2 years ago because you thought you should be the MVP. You got your MVP, and your team absolutely got smacked around in the playoffs. You're the only big man in NBA history that's won an MVP, that's never taken your team to a Eastern or Western Conference Finals. You're a loser, dude. You're a loser. Nobody's going to want you. You're a washed-up player that has bad knees, and in the last, how many games? The last 2 years, he's played what? Under 50 games? It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. And in this organization that sits here and stands tall, and by the way, you could say you hate Philadelphia all you want, guys. The 76ers fans are so bad. You know, they stand behind their teams. The Philadelphia fans stand behind their teams, from the 76ers to Philadelphia Phillies and the Philadelphia, Eagles. They all stand behind their teams. They're good fans. And to sit here and watch what happened against the Knicks, watch what happened against the Knicks in the playoffs last year, and all the fans show up there and pile out on the floor for all the tickets because the fans just couldn't stand Joel Embiid and where this team was going. It just says a lot about this organization and where this organization is going. It's embarrassing. They're an embarrassing organization. How much is he making right now?
54 million or something?
54 million. And this guy's only played how many games so far?
16 games.
No, he's played 16 games out of how many games? 30 something?
43 or something.
43 games, and this organization's paying him 54 million.
$69 million player option in 2028.
He shouldn't be there in 2028.
You know that's not getting exercised.
If he gets that, I mean, he should go to prison. People go to prison for less than that.
I don't know. Ben Simmons is making a lot of money.
Yeah,
True. That's true.
the worst contract in the NBA.
Another player that came from that stupid organization that got a lot of money. And by the way, they're the ones that gave him that money. I mean, that organization. I feel bad for the fans. I really feel bad for the 76 fans.
How can you feel bad for them? They just won a Super Bowl. It's the same people.
Listen, I look at games completely different. The basketball team's different from the football team. The football team's different from the hockey team.
Fields and courts are all in the same complex. They're all right next to each other.
It doesn't matter. It's like being a New York fan. I'm a Jet fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Yankee fan, and I'm an Islander fan. All my teams suck, but the Yankees. If the Yankees won, I still feel bad for the Knicks fans. If I wasn't a Knicks fan or it was you, I'd be feeling bad for you. So. Dude, but I've been in this situation before because I've been a Knicks fan my whole life, and a Jet fan, and an Islander fan. So I've been in this situation for a very long time, watching bad basketball. I mean, when was the last time the Knicks were good? With Carmelo Anthony 1 year, and they lost against Indiana.
Carmelo
in the second round.
Insanity for about 3 weeks.
Right.
And before that, I guess you have to go back to the 2000 team that made the run in the shortened season.
Do you remember what Amari Stoudemire did in that run in the playoffs?
When he punched the fire hydrant?
That's right.
And broke the glass and was never good again?
That's right.
Oh, I might remember that, Errol. I might remember that. So I got one thing to say about Embiid, and I mentioned this to some. I don't remember who it was on Radio Row.
By the way,
yes.
So you know.
That's fair. He was a very hateable person, but I loved Duke as well. Embiid, absolutely. James Parrish, crybaby Embiid. I completely agree. This guy, he is a dangerous player. I mean, everyone's played with sports with guys like this that are just reckless with their elbows, that flail their arms, that, have too long of a backswing, that do things, that tackle, lead with their head, that are dirty with low blows. Everyone knows somebody and has had to fight somebody or compete with somebody like this. That's Joel Embiid in the NBA. He was so violent in that series with the Knicks. I have no sympathy for how bad that season is for this 76ers team this year. He intentionally injured Mitchell Robinson by grabbing his ankles.
With the 76ers
I don't give a shit. This is karma, bro. This is what you get if this is your best guy and he's a little baby. And he's so talented. But he's a dangerous player. I would hate playing against a guy that's that massive, and he could just wail his arm and knock you into left next Sunday. And he goes, "What? I didn't do anything." And then, like, because he's so good, he has to get more calls. Like, screw that. That guy deserves the karma that he's getting for having this. And if you're gonna blame the competing in the Olympics, I mean, what are you even doing? You didn't have to compete in the Olympics. You didn't have to do that. You barely played. Well, you know, the practices. You had to practice. You know, look who it sounds like we're talking about. Another Philadelphia 76ers legend. Yeah. You know, with the practicing.
He's
so I don't know. He's not only selfish, he's bringing this franchise down.
By the way, I have to